Sati mule tad vipako jati ayur bhogaha. Namaste to all. This is the 13th sutra in the second chapter of Yoga Sutra, which speaks about the karma philosophy. I made one more video around 2 weeks back to explain about the 12th sutra, which also speaks about the karma philosophy. But in this sutra, Vyas Muni, when he commented on Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Vyas Muni has gone to so much depth to totally explain about the karma. Like how can karma be destroyed, why the birth happens, or why certain things are like this, etc. etc. He has tried to analyze in depth. And when we understand Vyas Bhashya very clearly, we will be able to get answers for most of our questions on karma. So first, the sutra is very simple. The sutra says, Sati mule tad vipako jati ayu bhogaha. Vipaka karma means that karma which is giving a result of our previous deeds. Karma means deeds. When you do any karma, the karma will give result. And vipaka karma means that karma which is giving us the results. And the results are generally awarded in three. Jati ayu bhoga. Jati means janma. Ayu means life until death. Jati means life, janma. Like jati means manushya jati, miruga jati, can be a dog, can be a plant, can be an animal, etc. Jati is decided by our karma. Then ayuhu, our lifespan is decided by our karma. Then bhogaha. Bhoga means whatever we enjoy in this life or whatever we undergo suffering in this life is based on our own karmas. And these three are called as vipaka karmas. But Patanjali Muni says Sati mule. Sati mule means, Sati mule is coming from the previous sutra. Sati mule means when the avidya is present in the mool, when the root of your life is avidya, then only you will get the result of the deeds as jati ayu bhoga. That means when somebody destroys his avidya by intense ashtanga yoga abhyas, intense veda adhyan, intense acharya seva, day in and day out Ishwar pranidhan, swadhyaya, tapasya, brahmacharya, satya bolna, ahimsa, by ahimsa, when somebody does control and destroy his avidya by adopting the Vedic dharma, then the previous karmas which are pending, infinite karmas are pending for each one of us, will not be able to give any results. That means by destroying the avidya, we will get moksha. All our karmas will get burnt. Vyas Muni says, Satasu klesheshu karmashayo vipaka arambi bhavati na uchinna klesha mulaha. Vipaka arambi. Arambam means to start. Vipaka means the result of the deeds. The result of the deeds will start when the klesh is present in you. In the chitta, when the klesh is present. Klesh means avidya. Vidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha are kleshas. Pancha kleshas. When the kleshas are present, you will get the result of the deeds. Even though you have done a sin, even though you have done many good deeds in the past, each and every good deeds, each and every sin will give you the result only when in the present times you are bound by avidya, by klesha. When your kleshas are totally burnt, the deeds cannot give the results. This is the unchangeable rule of Almighty God. Means Almighty God will give you the result of your karmas if you are in avidya today. If the avidya is not there, that avidya is not there means the situation of Jivan Mukta. A Jivan Mukta does not have avidya. He does not have any kleshas. So for explaining that, Vyas Muni is giving an example. Yata tushavanaddaha shali tandula adagda bija bhavaha prarohas samartha bhavanti. Like a rice is there, the rice is covered with a husk. Rice, when it is covered with a husk, when you put for cultivation, it will grow. When the husk is not there, the rice will not grow. Or when the husk is burnt, or when the rice itself is burnt in the fire, it will not grow in the field. Similarly, the husk is like the avidya, is the klesha. When the klesha is not present, the rice cannot grow. When the husk is burnt, or when the rice itself is burnt in the fire, it cannot grow, it cannot give the result, vipak cannot happen. That means when somebody destroys his klesha, his next birth will not happen. He will go in permanent moksha. So this is a very, very important philosophy though. So the aim of our life is what? The aim of our life is to destroy this avidya. All our problems are due to only this avidya, klesha. And what is avidya? I have explained in many of my videos. Please go through my channel if you are coming to this channel for the first time. So this is a very, very important lesson, and that is why, see, my Acharya always explains one thing very clearly. Why God gave the knowledge of the Vedas? Vedas means Vidya. Vidya destroys avidya. The knowledge of the Vedas is given by God for only one purpose. That one purpose is to destroy avidya. See, 6 months back or 5 months back, I made some videos on Sankhya Darshanam, where Sankhya Muni gives clarification that not time, not place, not your karma. You are present in a place, you are present in a house, you are doing your karmas are not responsible for your bondage. The soul's bondage is due to aviveka or avidya. Because of avidya we are doing karma, but even you have done a bad karma in the past, in the present lifetime we realize that we got the life because of our own karmas. We must try to do shubh karma now. We must try to get out of avidya. When you do tapasya, when you do acharya seva, listen Vedas, ashtanga yoga abhyas, brahmacharya, satya, ahimsa, etc. At one point of time when the avidya gets destroyed, the result, the previous karmas will not be able to give us results. That means we will go into moksha. Most important for all of us. So our main aim in our life is to follow Vedas, thereby we can destroy the avidya. And avidya cannot be destroyed by lectures. Avidya cannot be destroyed by listening lectures or by giving lectures. Like I am giving lecture, can my avidya get destroyed? No, not possible. Avidya can be destroyed by tapaswadhyaya ishwar pranidhan. Avidya can be destroyed by following satya, ahimsa, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya, shauch, santosh, tapaswadhyaya, ishwar pranidhan, daily worship of Almighty God, adopting the Vedic dharma in the life, being a paro upakari, completely getting out of himsa, not even thinking about doing himsa to each any one of the prani in this world, complete ahimsa, and complete speaking truth, adopting the truth in the life at any situation, doing dharmic activities, paropakari banna. These things will destroy avidya slowly. So Vyas Muni says that just like that rice which cannot grow without the husk, when the avidya is not there, the rice cannot grow. Similarly, your own karmas will not be able to give you results. And God also is giving punishment for what? When I do a sin, God gives me punishment in the next births. Why? For me to correct myself. And when I am corrected myself by destroying avidya, God will not give any results. God knows that he is no more a sinner. He cannot do any sins. He is completely destroyed his avidya. So let me not give any of his karmas results. Let me burn all these karmas. So God will. Many people ask this question, will God forgive me? God will not forgive. But only one condition he forgives is God forgives when we are out of avidya. That means when somebody, my Acharya always says, when God realizes that you cannot do any further sins, he will award you Jivan Mukt. He will award you direct to Samadhi, final stage of Samadhi. So that is the purity which we must work for in our life. The purest state where we cannot do any sins in our life. Most important philosophy. Now I have not even entered to the main subject. The main subject is not this. The main subject of this sutra, of course, the sutra is over. But the main subject of Vyas Muni is to explain that what is meant by karma philosophy. So first of all, Vyas Muni says, Tatra idam vicharyate. I am trying to explain you something by my own analysis. Kim ekam karma ekasya janmanah karanam. What is one karma is responsible for one janma? Like that he is putting 4 quadrants. He is trying to neglect and come to a conclusion. Is one karma responsible for one janma? If one karma is responsible for one janma, then already so many lakhs and in billions of karmas are pending. And every time when we take a human birth, we will do more karmas, and that will also go into the bank. So one karma, one janma will never end. That means nobody can finish his karma. And secondly, he says that if one karma responsible for many janmas. 4 options. First option is one karma, one janma. No. Is one karma responsible for many janmas? This is further worse than the first situation, so this is also not logical. Third question third analysis he's doing is many karmas responsible for many janmas? That means many karmas are taken, and then that many karmas are giving us many janmas. Is it possible? No. Jivatma can do bhog in only one janma. That means my Jivatma is in my body. I can enjoy or suffer in this body only. The same time the Jivatma cannot take many janmas. So many karmas are not giving many janmas. And the fourth question is many karmas responsible for one janma? Yes, this is the most logical. So that means whatever karma we are doing, each karma is not responsible for each janma. Each karma is not responsible for many janmas, or many karmas are not responsible for many janmas. Many karmas are responsible for one janma. So he is trying to come to a conclusion that karma philosophy, first of all we must understand that I have got the birth, I have got a human birth. Jati, Ayu, Bhoga. Human is a jati. Similarly, dog is a jati, cat is a jati. So I have got a human jati. Jati and Ayu and Bhoga. These 3 are decided on many of my previous karmas. So if the karma bank is, let's say 1 billion karmas are pending based on my previous janma deeds, out of 1 billion, Almighty God will decide, okay, let me take 1500 karmas. Example. Balance is billions is still pending, but 1500 karma is responsible for one janma. So with this logic, gradually at one point of time that bank can get empty. Yes, it is possible. Definitely possible. Even if it is not empty, in this janma when we work towards tapasya, we can destroy the full karmas. So that Vyasmuni is taking the 4th answer. Vyasmuni says one janma, jati, ayu, bhoga is possible by many of the karmas. If you remember my previous video, I mentioned about 2 important words, drishta janma vedaniya, adrishta janma vedaniya. What is adrishta janma vedaniya? That janma which I am not seeing yet. That means my future birth. What is drishta janma vedaniya? That janma which I am seeing now. So in that I have explained about which are the karmas which will give you immediate results, which are the karma which will give you future results, etc. I have explained. Please go through that video. So Vyasmuni says, Tasmat janma prayanantare kritah punya apunya karmashaya prachayo vichitrah pradana upasarjana bhavane avastitah prayanam abhivyakta eka pragattakena militva maranam prasadaya sammurchitam idam sammurchita ekameva janma karoti. Most important point. Tasmat janma prayanantare. Birth, death. Tasmat means adrishta janma vedaniya. How the next birth is happening? The karmas between birth and death are collected. What are those karmas? Punya karma and apunya karma. Punya karma and pap karma we are doing every day. And out of those punya karma, some are pradhan, some are upasarjan, means apradhan. Pradhan means important punya karmas or important papa karmas. Important means big. For example, killing a cow, very big sin. Killing a cow is a very big sin, but killing a mosquito which is coming and biting me in my house is not a sin. It's not a big sin, it's a small sin, but that sin can be destroyed by our daily worship. But killing a cow cannot be destroyed by daily worship. Similarly, big punya, Going to an acharya, serving him and listening Vedas is a big punya karma. And small punya karma could be helping a person to cross a road. It's a small punya karma. So whatever karmas we have done from birth to death, all these karmas are collected. And then prachayo means it is all added together, and then some murchitam. Everything is collected as a ball. It will be made as a ball, and this ball, Almighty God decides, okay, these are the karmas I am going to collect. These are major karmas which I have to give him punishment. These are major karmas which I have to give him or give that Jivatma sukh. So pradhan upasarjan collected, and then sammurchitam ekam eva janma karoti collected, and then this collection ball is responsible for the next janma, which is adrishta janma. And this one, when it is formed, prayana abhivyakta. Prayana means at the time of death God decides. From the birth to death, not only in this birth to death only we are doing karmas, which is also pending. So God collects the pradhan karmas and upasarjana karma. Mostly pradhan karmas he selects, and some upasarjan karmas also he selects, and then make a ball. Like from 1 billion he collects, let's say 10,000 karmas, and make a ball of karma, and God decides, based on this collection this Jivatma must get a human birth, because he has done many punya karmas. He has also done some tapasya. He has not killed any animals. He has not done major issues. So let me give him, I'm just telling an example, let me give him human birth. This is not the God's thinking. I'm just trying to explain to you. So prakatakena, this is, prakat means this is formed or manifested at the time of death. In this janma, when somebody dies, at that time of death, this is decided that what will be his jati, ayu, bhog for the next janma. Suppose in the next janma we are taking a human birth, that it's called as jati. And when we take a birth, before taking birth only, my ayu is decided based on my karmas. And my bhoga is decided. That means bhoga means I will be taking birth in a rich family or a poor family, or I will have less limbs, means I will be handicapped person, I will not have eyes, or he will be a healthy person. All these things are decided based on my karmas. Tacha janma teneva karmana labdhayushkam bhavati tasmin ayushi teneva karmana bhoga sampadyate iti. Ayu, bhoga, everything is given by the same karma fal, that karma ball. Asau karmashayo jati ayur bhoga hetutvad trivipako abhidhiyata iti. This is called as trivipaka. Trivipaka means jati ayu bhog. Ata ekabhavika karmashaya ukta iti. Ekabhavika, these three are to be born in the next one janmas. In the next one janma, this person will be a human being. Nobody in this world can convert a human being to a snake or a lion or a tiger. If you have heard some stories, you have heard something against Vedas which is illogical and unscientific. So jati ayu bhog is fixed by Almighty God. But in our mind the question always comes that suppose you are walking on a road, suddenly you get an accident. That means that accident is already decided by Almighty God? Not necessarily. Because if Almighty God decides that accident, and that accident is purposely done by some person, that means God is inspiring that person to do the accident which God does not do. But if that accident is happening because of some natural calamity, nature is controlled by God, so that accident is predetermined by Almighty God based on your karma. So it depends on situation. So this is adrishta janma vedana, for the next birth.